On Wednesday, conservative youth activist Charlie Kirk was killed at a campus event in Utah. Just hours later, dozens of students and supporters had gathered for a prayer service at Woodland Church in Marquette. The event was organized by the local chapter of Turning Point USA, the organization Kirk founded to promote discussion of conservative causes on school campuses. Evan Reister, president of the local chapter, told us what they were feeling in those uncertain hours after the shot rang out.
It was emotional seeing how many community members, students, faculty came out and joined us last night. Everybody feared the worst, and that ended up being the case.
Reister said while Kirk was primarily a political figure, the prayer service looked beyond that.
It wasn't even a political conversation that took place last night. It was more of the fact that we lost a significant individual who stood for freedom of speech and stood for civil discourse.
Of course, outside the church doors, comments online from people across the nation reflected Kirk's divisiveness in the U.S., with even a lower Michigan judge posting on Facebook that Kirk died for his beliefs, referring to a comment he had made about the balance of Second Amendment rights and efforts to prevent school shootings. In the moment he was shot, Kirk was again debating the topic, as likely unbeknownst to him, another school shooting was unfolding in Colorado. From physical violence to vitriol online, Reister urged young people to find a better way to come together.
We need to seriously stop and look at, youth needs to stop and look at how we conduct ourselves and how we converse with each other.
In the meantime, Reister said he thinks the shooting may further cause young conservatives to feel like they have to hide their beliefs. On campus, we found Summer Morrison, vice president of NMU College Democrats.
I would definitely say that at NMU we have a pretty left-leaning campus, so I completely understand where they're coming from with those feelings.
Morrison told us she's seen both sides, agreeing she's observed a divisiveness on campus, but has also felt the urge to suppress her opinions back home in a firmly conservative community.
I think it's important that we both sides are steadfast in their beliefs and say what they believe, and we can discuss and hopefully come to a consensus and work together and hopefully move towards a greater good that doesn't have to include violent acts like this.
Before the end of our conversation, Reister shared with us part of a letter he'd sent out to fellow students. We'll have his full statement and more on our website, myupnow.com. In Marquette, I'm Skylar Perkins for MyUP News.